everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, hi, I'm Mackenzie. Today's video, I know I say this every time, but it's gonna be really fun and exciting because we are booking all of the details, all the little things, doing all the planning for my upcoming Disney World trip this December. Woo! So if you don't already know, my sister Madison and I are heading to Disney World this December to celebrate her 23rd birthday, which is absolutely crazy because I remember going to Disney World for like her 12th birthday, so the fact that she's 23, crazy. We're doing a little long weekend girls trip, just celebrate her birthday, really lean into all the Christmas that Disney has to offer since we're going in December, and just spend a lot of quality time together. I know I do a lot of pack and prep with me vlogs and you guys love them. Thank you so much for loving them so much. Those are some of my favorites to do. But if you've never been to Disney before or you're starting to plan a trip, Disney is not just planning those couple days before, it is planning months in advance, booking these reservations months in advance. So I kind of wanted to walk you guys through that just so y'all have a better idea of what to expect if you're planning a trip or want to plan a trip, how it's gonna go. Even if you go to Disney a lot, I feel like everyone plans their trips different and it's fun to kind of see the different things people do and maybe get some ideas of your own. Like, I don't know, it'll be fun. So in this video, I'm going to be booking our Disney World dining reservations for the trip. I'm going to be booking our Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party tickets for the trip. And I want to look at some airport transportation from MCO to our hotel that we're staying at. Just because we always use Mirrors Connect, I just want to look at a couple different options. That way you guys can know some options and I am better informed of what the options are. So yeah, I think it's going to be a really fun and informative vlog, whether you've been to Disney a million times or you're going for the first time. So let's just go ahead and get into it. I want to talk first about dining reservations because dining reservations to me are some of the most important reservations at Disney World. So I'm just going to log into my computer and pull up the official Disney World page that tells you exactly how to book dining reservations and read that to you guys. Okay, so I have it pulled up when you can book your Disney dining reservation. So it says, guests with a valid Disney Resort hotel reservation can make reservations for your entire length of stay up to a 10-night stay up to 60 days in advance before your arrival. Break that down for you. This is for guests staying at a Disney Resort hotel can book 60 days in advance for their entire stay. So this means whenever you're 60 days out from your first day of your trip, you can book for your entire trip up to 10 nights. So if you're staying longer than that, you have to wait a little bit for the rest of the nights, which you can book up to 10 days. And then it says all other guests can just make 60 days in advance. I think it's 60 days from the day and you have to do it each time if I'm not mistaken. Then it says at approximately 6 a.m. daily, new reservation booking windows become available. Yes, that is 6 a.m. Orlando time. So for me, I live in the central time zone in Texas, and that means that I have to get on at 5 a.m. to book it. Just keep that in mind. It's 6 a.m. Disney time, because if you get on 6 a.m. your time and you live a couple hours away from Disney, then you probably will miss some of those really hard to get reservations. Something that Disney does, if you have a hotel stay with them, have tickets booked with them through the My Disney Experience app, it'll give you like a little, you can book dining reservations on this day, and that's just your day that it will be 60 days out from your trip, and that way you're not trying to count 60 days, you just know based on the app. So highly recommend having the My Disney Experience app. Different ways you can book online or by phone. I just recommend doing it online. I've really never had an issue with it. I will say I have issues with the app if you try to do it on the app, so I always do it on like my laptop or my desktop computer, and I usually do fine. And then just one thing I want to touch on is that if you are looking at a in-park dining option, so in one of the 4 theme parks, you do have to have a ticket to get into the park. But any of the hotel restaurants at any hotel, even if you're not staying there or staying on Disney property, you can book a reservation for without having a ticket. And any of the restaurants at Disney Springs, you can do that as well. So now I kind of want to talk to you guys a little bit about how I get prepared for my Disney dining day. So my Disney dining day is actually tomorrow, which means I will be waking up at 4:45 a.m. to get ready for my 5 o'clock reservation time. What I like to do the day before, sometimes a couple days before, I will make a Google Docs document of kind of our trip plans for the day. It just kind of helps me know what our plans are for the days and what we're expecting to do. It's not something that we're going to stick to 100%, but it's something that I can kind of look at and see when we want to do dinner, or you know, what park we're going to be in what day, and kind of get everything together. Our travel day, I don't know what we're gonna do for a dining reservation because we're getting there at an odd time and we have the party to go to, so I think we're gonna maybe just do like not a snacky lunch, but maybe a more of a quick service lunch for that. But the next day we are going to Epcot, and Madison, since it's her birthday, really wants to do Garden Grill. So I'm gonna book a Garden Grill reservation, and then Sci-Fi Dine-In for Hollywood the next day, because that's like one of our favorite places to eat there. Especially going with 2 people, it's really nice because when you sit in the little cars, I'll kind of put a picture right here. When you sit in the little cars, you can sit side by side, and if you're 2 people, you're not having to like turn around and talk to your other people. It's just us 2. It's great. We love it. And then our travel home day, we're gonna go to Disney Springs, and I really want to try Homecoming. My fiance Bryce and I have tried Homecoming before. We tried it for dinner. It was a really long day. We didn't feel like the portions were good enough. It wasn't terrible, but it was very average. And I have heard so many people say such amazing things, especially about lunch, so I think we're gonna try it and just see. This is gonna be my hardest reservation to book, so I'm gonna talk to you guys a little bit about what to do if you maybe don't get your dining reservation. This part of the video is actually going to be sponsored by a company that I cannot wait to share with you guys. It is called Mouse Dining. If you don't know what Mouse Dining is, it's a service that allows you to create alerts for those hard to get dining reservations that maybe you couldn't snag when you were booking your reservations, or even like a hard to get time. So maybe if you're looking for those fireworks viewing times and you weren't able to get it, you can create an alert, and as soon as it becomes available, if someone drops the reservation, someone cancels, Mouse Dining will alert you and you can go on and book it, and you'll get the reservation you actually want, which is amazing. It just makes planning your Disney World and even Disneyland, because they do Disneyland too, vacations so much easier. It's really disheartening when you wake up early, try to book these reservations, and you've been looking forward to a certain restaurant or a certain time and you can't get it. So that's why I like using Mouse Dining, because it'll kind of take that stress away, and it's like, okay, I'm gonna create an alert for it. If it becomes available, they will alert me and I can get on and snag that reservation. It's just a lot less stressful. So they have 3 different options as far as their plans go. You can get a completely free plan that will send you an email alert as soon as the reservation becomes available. And they also have 2 paid plans. I gravitated towards the monthly plan because it sends you text alerts, which I don't know about you guys, I'm not good about checking my email, but I'm very good about having my phone and watch ready. They also gave me a code to share with you guys. It is Borg5, and you can use it to get $5 off any of the paid plans. I really recommend you checking them out, especially if you've never gone on a Disney World trip before and you don't really know how to work the Disney dining reservation system. It's hard, and you might not get those reservations you want, but Mouse Dining will help you. Or if you're an annual pass holder, you know, sometimes you decide to go to Disney like within 60 days from the day you're going, and the reservations are booked. So this is a great way to kind of get those reservations, and I'm so excited to use them because I know I'm not gonna get Homecoming tomorrow, and I'm gonna need to set an alert for that one. I think that's everything I really wanted to get done today. I have my plan of kind of what we're doing, what day we want to go to the party, what dining reservations I want to get tomorrow. I will wake up early in the morning, get those dining reservations, and then we'll kind of walk through all the other reservations together. So I think it'll be really fun. I'm really excited. Hope you guys got a little bit more information about the dining process, and then seeing me wake up and book them tomorrow, I'll kind of talk a little bit more about how it went and just what to expect when you're booking yours. So I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It is 4:45, and like I said earlier, we booked dining reservations at 5 a.m. my time. I'm half asleep, so I'm just gonna wait and get everything together, and then once 5 o'clock hits, I hope that the website won't crash, because sometimes it does, and I'll try to book our dining reservations. So, good morning. Wish me luck. It is no longer 5 in the morning. It is now, what time is it? 10:20 in the morning. Had to go back to sleep, guys. I literally rolled out of bed, booked those reservations, rolled back into bed, went to sleep. It was wonderful. I slept in after that, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about the dining reservations I got and the ones I didn't get. I got Garden Grill and Sci-Fi, which I'm so excited about. I looked for us a place to eat like a late lunch or early dinner on our travel day before we go to the Very Merry Christmas party. Wasn't really finding anything. Like I said, I think we're gonna have to do maybe more of a quick service meal, which is fine because I know we're gonna eat a lot at the party too. So we'll just kind of have to look into that. I'll talk to my sister and see kind of what we're gonna do for that. Did not get Homecoming. You know, I went on to book. There was not a single time for lunch. So I was like, can I even book lunch? Like, what's going on? And then I realized there was only one spot for dinner, so it just was booked. That was the first reservation I went for because I knew it was gonna be the hardest to get. And I think I got on like right at 5 o'clock and it was gone. So, you know, there are people that maybe have trips earlier that could book through, and maybe they got them all, and then people were just faster than me. But created a mouse dining alert for that, and hopefully I will get it. I'm very, very excited for that. I think worst case, if we cannot get it just because it is so full, what we'll do is we'll just walk up and try to join the walk up wait list because we're going to be at Disney Springs regardless. So anyway, that is Disney dining. Didn't really have any issues as far as the service browser goes. Sometimes it does get really, really slow. I think if you're booking on like the big kind of holidays, it will sometimes crash and burn and not give you what you want. But today it was fine. Everything went really well. We are going to move on now to booking our Very Merry Christmas Party tickets, which I'm very excited about. I'm going to kind of pull it up and walk you guys through how to do it. It's super easy, super simple. What I will say is keep in mind that this is a ticket that gets you into, in our case, the Magic Kingdom for the party from 4 p.m. all the way to the end of the party. So the party doesn't actually start until 7, but you're allowed to get in at 4. Now this is important because we are not booking a regular park ticket for this day. We're traveling there, we're not gonna go into the park, and then we're just gonna use our Very Merry Christmas Party ticket as our ticket for the Magic Kingdom. If you are going to Disney, I kind of recommend that you do this and maybe just take the beginning of your day to rest, maybe visit some resorts and stuff, because if you don't, you're booking basically a park ticket for the morning, and then you're gonna book a party ticket and it's gonna be like double the cost. So this is a good day to kind of use your rest day. Yes, it's a later night, but if you're resting all morning, you're gonna be good for the whole night. Okay, so I have the disneyworld.disney.go.com site up, and this is what it looks like. To get to the party tickets, you'll go to Parks and Tickets, and then I believe it's special event tickets, yeah. And then here you go. You have the Very Merry Christmas Party, and you have the Jollywood Nights Party. As you can see, the Not So Scary is completely sold out. That is because it is, what, October now, and those sell out pretty easy. So let's just look and see what's available. If we do 2 people, which it's already set for, let's go to here. Yeah, see, the first 2 nights of the party are already sold out. They're different prices. So in the beginning, it's like $159 to $169. Then it goes up to $179, and closer to Christmas, it'll be $189, $199. Oh, there's another date that's sold out. So for tickets, let's just say most of them look like they're $179. It would be $381.28 for 2 people. And like I said, this will get you in from 4 p.m. and then the event is from 7 to midnight. So at 4 p.m. there will still be regular park guests there that don't have a party ticket. But at 7 p.m. they start to filter everyone out. They can't get into the rides, they can't get into the events without the special wristband. I highly recommend that whatever account you booked your hotel reservation and your tickets on, you book these on that account as well, just so they're all in one space. I have booked them before when my parents booked our hotel and I booked the tickets, and it was really kind of confusing to get them all together. So just having them all on one account, that way you can see it in your plans and it's super easy. So I'm just gonna go ahead and check out on that. I'm so excited to go to the Christmas party. They have a special fireworks show, they have a special parade, and it's just really so magical. You get free cookies, which you know is great. That is the thing that gets me so in the Christmas spirit. Like, I can't even, oh, I'm just so excited. I can't believe I'm getting these tickets today. All right, so it's a little bit later now. I got a little distracted from Disney planning with wedding planning because that's coming up like next week. So we're here now and we're gonna talk about transportation options from the Orlando airport to your Disney Resort hotel. Now, there are 3 I'm gonna talk about in this video. It is Mears Connect, Uber, and just like a private car service. So those are just the 3 options I'm gonna talk about. There's so many more, but these are the 3 I feel like are the most like used options, and that will be the most likely that you would use if you're coming to Disney. So let's start with Mears Connect. We've used Mears Connect so many times before. If you don't know what it is a bus service that takes you from Orlando airport to whatever Disney hotel you're staying at. It's not private, you ride with a bunch of other people, but there's some perks, there's some negatives, and we're gonna talk about them. So I have my computer pulled up here if y'all see me looking over here. But to start, let's do price. So for Mears Connect, it's the standard service that we're gonna be talking about, which is the big like charter bus that you would take. Round trip for an adult, it's gonna be $32. So it's $16 each way if you were just gonna take it there or for some reason. So that's just for an adult. For a child round trip, it's gonna be $26. It's $13 per person. I think it's children ages 3 to 9, and then under 3 you ride for free. Things to know about Mears Connect. I have found that I usually walk up to the kiosk desk that's located in the Orlando airport and I get right onto the bus. But you're not just boarding the bus usually for your resort. Usually there's gonna be a couple other resort stops that you will have to make before you get to your resort, or you might get lucky and you're the first one, but there's gonna be more people on the bus than just you guys going to your hotel. So it does sometimes take a little bit longer to get to your resort if you're using Mears Connect. It's just something to think about. It's not a deal breaker if you're just doing a very casual travel day, but if you have reservations and stuff, like, you might want to give yourself some extra time. A big perk about Mears Connect is that they have the baggage stored underneath the charter bus. You just kind of wheel your baggage up there to the driver of the bus and they will take care of it for you, put it underneath the bus, store it, and you don't have to worry about it. They'll get it out for you, and that way you just wheel it up when you get to your hotel to the front desk and you're done. So I really like that. I like being able to like sit back, relax, know that I feel very safe in this service. There's so many different people you go through to check in. They point you to the right direction. You're on a bus with other people. It feels very safe. Next, we're gonna talk about private car services. So there's so many different private car services. A private car is gonna be a little bit different than Uber. This is like when you see in the movies or at the airport, someone holding a sign with your name. Those are usually private car services. Oh, I saw the door starting to open and I got really scared.
You get that nostalgia feeling that you're at Disney World and you're about to go get yourself a big old Gideon's cookie.
What do I even do this for? You should be the one taking it. Thank you. Love you. Okay, bye. Anyway, back to the private service. So when you take a private service, I feel like it's a little bit more secure than Uber. You're communicating with a company. They're selecting a driver. It's usually a more professional driver, someone that you're going to communicate with probably in advance. But I'm looking at Orlando Transfer. It's just, like I said, there's so many different types of private vehicle services from Orlando Airport to wherever you want to go in Orlando. This one here, this is for an SUV that holds 4 to 6 people and up to 5 bags. It's going to be $140 one way or $270 round trip. Very expensive, but I do feel like it's worth it if you're traveling maybe with a bigger party or someone you can split it with. Like if you split it between 2 or 3 couples, I think it would be a really good option to do. Or if you're going like with your family, like between my sister, me, and my parents, we would like split it, and I think it would be a lot more reasonable. So if you're looking for a little more like VIP, like personal experience, I would definitely recommend checking out a private service. We've never done it before. I could see us doing it for maybe like a big family trip that we're doing and like splitting it. Or if maybe Bryce and I are going for like a honeymoon or something like that, like that would be an event to, I think, rent it for. It's definitely not an option that I would do every time, but it definitely feels very secure and very personalized, and I really like that. Please ignore the lights on my face, it's from the window. All right, so we're gonna move on now to Uber. I have used Uber before to get from the Orlando airport to Disney World. I had no issues with it at all. The thing about Uber though is that the pricing is really going to fluctuate and depend on the time of day you're going, the time of year you're going. You're not going to know until you go to book your app, so it's a little harder to budget for. However, I do have the Uber website pulled up and you can kind of map out your trip and like do predictive pricing. So it's just kind of mapping it for right now. It's about 4 p.m. during the week. And it's saying from Orlando to Pop Century, which is where we're staying. I don't know if I told you guys that, but we're really excited about that. It would be $35.91 for an Uber X that holds 4 people. Not too bad. Remember, that is one way, so it would be another like $35, $40 depending on the time to come back. But between my sister and I splitting that, I think that would be a really good price. However, the thing to remember about Uber is that Uber X's are usually like a car. This can be difficult if you're bringing a lot of checked baggage. I've ran into that issue before when I was living in LA. I got picked up by an Uber and I had my big checked bag suitcase, and it was just an Uber X because it was just me, and their trunk did not fit that bag. Luckily, we put it in the back seat. They let me, and I got to sit up front, but just keep that in mind. You might need to upgrade to like an Uber XL, which is more of an SUV vehicle and can hold up to like 6 people. A little bit more expensive though, but you definitely will get your luggage in. So just looking at the different options now, I think Madison and I are probably gonna go with Uber just because it's the 2 of us, and it really usually is the fastest way to get to Disney from the Orlando airport. Like I said with Mears Connect, you kind of have to wait a little bit for everyone to board. You have to drop off at other hotels usually. And with the private car service, I just can see it taking a little bit longer too. You have to get set up with them, you know, all that stuff. Especially since this is a shorter trip, I want to just make sure that we're maximizing all the time that we have there. So I think Uber is going to be our choice for this trip. I think it'll be good. We usually use Mirrors Connect, like I said, so it'll be good to show you guys a little something different in the vlogs. And I feel safe that it's like my sister and I. There's two of us. It's not just me riding solo. Even though I've taken tons of solo Uber trips and I felt very comfortable. They have a lot of safety features put in there. I can't obviously book this right now. It's going to be a game time decision, but I'm going to budget anywhere. The highest I've ever seen Uber for Orlando to Disney is going to be about $60. So I think that's what I'm gonna kind of budget. Again, my sister and I will be splitting it, so it's not too bad, but hoping that it stays around this like $30 mark, because that would be great. I think that's gonna be it as far as this planning video goes. This is kind of everything that I like to do when that dining reservation 60-day mark hits, because you have to start thinking about these things early. But I'm getting so excited for our trip. I hope you guys enjoyed this little planning video. Of course, I will be doing a pack and prep with me for this trip. We will kind of get to see a little bit of the closer planning details, but I thought it would be great to show you guys some of the more advanced details, because that's something I don't really show you guys. Anyway, be sure to like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe down below so you don't miss all of the Disney content and vlogs coming so soon. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you real soon.